We finally found your steed. Look at that. It was a donkey.
It's been
Is
a
he
long,
his own steed?
long day.
Do you ride yourself?
Hey, well, let's not. These are.
Hi,
questions that I
everyone.
can't-
Welcome
No, I'm the
to one
no.
who's yeah. Fuck you. I'm
That's me.
hijacking it because that's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's not Pepper's fucking episode. It's my fucking It's my episode. It's my birthday. It's mine. It's not my birthday.
No, it's actually not your birthday.
Not even close.
No, God, no. So
Not that I
this is
remember when your birthday even is. I have Facebook for those things.
Who needs to remember things like phone numbers or birthdays or whatever the fuck? So this is gonna be our first session in the fancy little world that I made. It's my world, and you guys get to play around in it. So
I'm gonna burn all this wheat to the ground.
Sure. I've specifically done very little pre-writing. I've planned out ideas, but I've written very little out because I have no fucking clue what either of you ever want to do ever.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
So today you guys are gonna lead it. But to give you guys a reminder, because it's been a little while since we've recorded and a little while since we put out an episode because it's been a week or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
and
our Oh my god.
this is what I love about doing this show with Pepper, is just his reactions.
Pepper reacts, and I'm just here in silent depression that Michael still doesn't remember that we have a set fucking schedule.
No, I know we have a set fucking schedule. I know. Fine, whatever. So, you guys were told that you were going to be the first true ambassadors to a group of Dragonborn. Jesus Christ, did you walk into the rain? What happened to you, Pepper?
Depression.
Working with Michael.
Flop sweat.
Pepper, you and I just said the same thing.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I don't have a good segue. Speaking of depression, you guys are going to the I called it the Forest of Shifting Gold. It's a big old wheat field with a bunch of lizard people. Do we have any questions?
I want to see wait, hang on. I have 2 questions. One.
Okay.
The lizard people, also known as Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting both chromatic and metallic, or just one half of that?
You're gonna be, well, you won't know. You'll find
No,
out.
that's
You guys
true.
are the first ones to see them, really.
That's true.
The CIA sent like arcane eyes into the area, but
Yeah.
it has not been exactly
Fuck it,
the
I'll
most
find out.
fruitful, eventful. Yeah, sure. So,
I wonder if
you
they're gonna
guys-
have tails. Or
they
not.
might have tails. I did look it up. Dragonborn in all lore don't have tails in D&D. That's what separates them from half dragons, apparently. I didn't know that.
Huh.
But
I didn't either. And now the
Yeah.
answer to my question has been given, and I'm sad.
so you guys are gonna go there to help them fight a bunch of giants because the CIA
Yar.
wants something from them, and so we're gonna go help them. You guys are led down by Greg. Greg is kind of like he's not your like
Has he been assigned to be our handler, basically?
I mean, at this
he's
point,
not your
yeah.
handler, but it's like getting stuck with the graveyard shift. He gets stuck with the level
Wait, are
3
we the
characters.
graveyard shift, or is he the graveyard shift?
Yes.
A little bit of both. If you're both there at the same time, it's got to be the graveyard.
That means we
shift.
each fucked up in our own different ways. That's fair.
Oh, Greg almost certainly is fucked up. Greg, you can see it in his eyes. Every insight check you make, he's done horrible things somehow.
Hey,
but-
Greg.
Yeah.
What'd you do to earn this shit shift?
Well, you know, you try hard and work for a company for decades of your life, and you know, you blow up one small place, and suddenly no one likes you anymore.
Well, that was a good talk, Jason.
Yeah, we tried. Yep.
Uh.
So
What just happened there, Michael? You just
I don't
froze.
know. You froze, and well, you know what? We both froze, but you guys aren't gonna freeze because as you step up to the doorway, that's just
Wait, we froze and Michael lost his pixels. Oh no.
I lost all my pixels.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's where my soul
Greg
lives.
just trails off into the distance as he tells us a story.
No,
we
wait,
don't know
we heard Greg.
specifics.
No, the one time we actually would have heard Greg's backstory, it froze. Fuck.
Perfect.
No.
No,
Greg-
we keep
Greg
it.
has
It's
walked
perfect.
over.
Yeah,
And
we
he's
don't
still
know.
talking. Yeah, Greg is still talking as he flips the switch and the loud drunging happens, and you're just not able to hear. You see his mouth moving.
Shit. Fuck. You're the perceptive one, Finn. What's it? I'm like shaking you in the shoulder. What's his fucking backstory?
Do you want me
You
to
tell
roll
me
an
right
insight
now, you
check?
fucking weird
Let's
manta
roll
ray man.
for an insight check. What do I get?
Well,
Did Greg
you
commit war crimes?
Gah.
Greg did. When Greg said he blew up a very, he says he blew up a very small location, and suddenly no one's his friend anymore. That is very much a true fact.
All right.
What'd you blow up?
Greg, nope, it's fine. We're not gonna talk about it. It'll be fine.
No, I want to know what Greg blew up, and I want to know what he blew it up with.
He yells something, but the droning of the door is cutting him off. You're gonna have to make a perception roll to see if you catch it.
Fuck.
That's a 16.
I'm terrible at this. That's an 18. Gimme.
So he says munitions handling is what he blew up. Munitions handling.
Oh.
And he shakes his head and he walks away. You guys have your singlets on to understand languages. You guys have your sending stones. I think we're gonna start working on like things you guys can get from the CIE
Yeah.
requisitions list.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
start
have
working
plans
on
for
that
and I'm
soon.
slowly gonna start working on it.
But for right now, you're just shit out of luck with what you got. So, do you step through the door?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You step through the door, bing, bang, boom, just like normal. It's getting easier and easier for you guys to go through these portals, which is probably not a good thing.
I feel less nauseous on the other side of this now.
Yeah. That's been nice. I mean, fuck. Travel the world, see the sights. It's been good.
You know, the brochure didn't totally lie for once.
Yeah. Wait, you got a brochure?
The monks, the Gezeri monks had them. It was,
Interesting.
it was a whole thing.
I was just, popped out of a vat and told, here's your job, get to work.
Yeah,
Aren't
that's
we
pretty
all?
fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up, yeah.
So you guys step through the portal, and instantaneously and at the same time, several minutes later, you step out into a bright sunlight. And it's not like usually you step out from a doorway, it's like your eyes adjusting to the outside after being inside for a bit. But this is like just bright sunlight, the very first thing you see. And
Fuck.
and you notice it's not just the sunlight, it's your surroundings. Everything's just slightly reflective and gold colored, and it's literally just it's like seeing the sky is like maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, while the area around you is in this weird kind of autumnal twilight, because of all of the light refracting and bending everywhere.
Wait, hang on. Let me
And-
go back. Let me go back to a word you just used.
I used refracting
Autumnal?
when I should have used autumnal,
No.
like in autumn.
Oh. Oh, wow. Wow.
Did you just have a
Michael,
dumb-
you cashed in all your chips for that $5 word today, didn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Autumnal's too good for you?
That's not a big
a
word,
little.
Pepper. That's not a fancy word.
Starbucks uses it. Come on.
You know what? No, when this airs, I want everyone to tell me that that's not the dumbest fucking word.
Autumnal's
going.
Not... Okay.
Keep going.
So in this fall-like twilight that you're in, You
Fuck you.
you look you look around and you're expecting to see these strong dragonborn that you've heard you've heard stories of some other dragonborn races being like just like fucking all muscles, zero body fat, skull full of teeth, horrific creatures really.
Tight skin.
And you like you like look out and you don't see anybody. And then you hear a voice, and you look down a little bit. And you look down, and you see these orange and yellow lizard creatures all standing around you. They're about 3.5 foot tall, the lot of them. And the one in front holds their hands up and says something, and you can't quite understand it. And they say something again to you, and both of you get the same message at the same time. Pre-programmed language, inactive, searching.
Alright, I do speak Draconic, so...
You know what? In that case, roll me an insight check with advantage.
Fuck.
Do I speak any dumb languages?
That's a 9.
Not... Fuck.
So this isn't a Draconic you know. This is not a Draconic you know at all.
This is not your grandfather's Draconic.
This is not your grandfather's Draconic. This is a cool, hip, new Draconic, and it's got
Oh,
Mountain
God.
Dew in it.
Irvin, they're using all sorts of weird slang. I don't get it.
Like it's
Did
the
your
teen
thing tell you?
Bible?
Oh, God. Did your thing tell you that? Do you guys speak Common?
They all kind of look around, and the chief, or who you can assume is the chief, they have this frill that goes all the way around their head, while the rest of them kind of have like fins that go on the side of their heads.
Oh Jesus!
And the chief that you can assume is the chief steps forward and again says something, and after a few more sentences out of the chief, suddenly it starts speaking common, like nothing was wrong.
Before
And,
the thing starts to understand, I'm gonna try my hand at Draconic, talk to them, and I'm gonna accidentally ask them, rather than like, do you speak Common or do you speak another language? I'm gonna ask them where the bathroom is.
So yes, it was not just that they suddenly spoke common. So yes, your singlet has caught up with what they were saying. But yes, go ahead and roll. How about performance?
Oh God!
Look,
No one uses performance.
I know, but that's a 17.
You know what? The chieftain kind of sits for a moment and thinks about the question and says, the wheat.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
All right. That's. The
You-
wheat is a language? Wait, hold on. Shit, I understand.
No. You get. We can understand each other now. This is okay. Good.
It
We were
took us
getting
a
a little-
second to like.
Sorry, yeah, software update is a weird thing.
Portals
we
are
were,
hard,
we were
man.
getting worried that you two were idiots. I'll be honest with you.
I am constantly afraid of that.
Actually, believe it or not, we didn't bring the idiot with us.
Oh, well, that's always good. we-
Hello.
We are the Dragonborn clan. You Outlanders are the saviors? Yes? The ones sent to help us?
Yes.
Saber seems like a strong word.
I
but,
smack him in the chest.
All right, yeah.
Fuck.
Look, sure,
Yes.
yeah, we are saviors. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
The
wanna
closest approximation we're gonna get.
I don't want to give them false hope. What if we fuck up? What if we burn down the whole village?
Shut the fuck up. And then when you think you finished, continue shutting the fuck up.
The... I'm sorry. That just got me. Uh,
Oh god.
so,
I do like the most awkward like half bow. Like it's not good.
and they bow back like stuntedly and hesitantly. So you're both kind of doing this awkward like two robots that aren't well greased. So
Are you good? Should we?
I don't. I heard that's a thing you do.
so
So giants?
well, yeah, you will be very well acquainted, you giants yourselves.
Oh.
I guess we are.
Yes, we are the savior giants. Does that sound good?
You have to forgive us. Not everywhere we go. We're not.
Y'all are really fucking short.
Oh well. Let's see. What's a good thing to roll for like taking offense to something?
I guess
Let's
more
see.
insight.
I guess it's just an insight check, huh?
I mean, he doesn't really need to roll one. He can just be offended.
You can be, yeah.
Yeah. The chieftain kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, everywhere we go, everyone's the right size, and you guys
Right? No.
are dumb
It's
tall."
complete. It's unnecessary being this tall. If I'm being honest.
It's a burden, huh?
I mean,
it's a little
speak
dumb.
for yourself, but I like being my height. It's fine.
I flick him in the ear.
Ow.
Well, we
We have to build our doorways like way too tall. It's a thing.
well, you will be a good asset to have. And he gestures to the like 5 people standing behind him. And well, I shouldn't say him. It's kind of hard to tell what gender anyone is here. They're all slim. None of them have tails. I will say that.
Okay.
None of them have tails. They're all about the same build, about the same height. The only reason you know the chieftain is because they spoke to you and they have a frill that, like I mentioned, just kind of goes around their head.
Are they all the same like general color?
They're all pretty much the same general color. I mean, you could pick them apart if you really studied them, but at first glance, it's kind of hard to tell who is who.
I lean over to Finn. I don't want to sound racist.
Fuck.
But don't they all look like eerily similar?
Yeah, they all look the same.
No. There's a nicer way to say that.
They all have similar features, yes, if that's what you're asking.
I turn back to the chieftain. Is everyone in your tribe the same general like color as you? Have you met like other tribes of other colors? In our experience, when we've encountered Dragonborn, there's been like blue ones and red ones and yellow ones, and there's been like metallic ones like bronze and gold.
There's the occasional gem one here and there.
Well, and they kind of look around for a minute and go, no.
Are you all just the same general? That's totally cool. I just want to know.
We're all wheat colored.
Yeah, you are all wheat colored, aren't you? I guess I look at the wheat and I look at them.
And you look around, and as I mentioned, the wheat is kind of reflective. This wheat, they were not kidding. This wheat grows 10, 20 feet tall in some places.
Damn.
Looking around, you are in like this clearing. I could even put you on the map if you'd like.
Sure.
Here, I'll put you guys on the map so you can see what I'm talking about.
Look at all that wheat.
Look at all those chickens.
I need to actually pull
So, you guys, as you look around, there are little tunnels dug into the wheat that open up into burrows where they have basically taken long shafts of wheat, wrapped them all together, dried them out, and turned them into like this almost wood, like structures that are all around you. Everything is shades of yellow, including obviously the people here. Let me put you guys down.
Put
you
me
guys
down. Put me
appeared
down.
on either side of this main campfire in the center of, we'll call it, town. And as and the person, the chieftain, kind of gestures behind them, and to the 5 people behind them, and says, "This is our fighting stock, so they will be helping you with the preparations."
So these giants, are they like our size?
Oh yeah, huge.
No, but like bigger than us or our size?
Well, we
Don't say it all blends together. Don't.
You guys all kind of look alike to me. I don't want to.
I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing.
Being on
point
the other side of
taken.
this.
I get it. The racism's bad. We're sorry.
We're breaking new ground here.
All right.
Okay. So now,
I
now
apologize on behalf of my people. All one of us.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd say they're probably about your size. Maybe, like, I don't know, a foot or so taller. I mean, it's hard to tell when you get up to that height.
So not actual giants. That's kind of good.
I mean, yeah, just murder bandits. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not giants by our. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was talking to the chieftain, but yeah, you too.
Well, okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So, we have a watchtower that we built in the last week or so, and he points behind himself. It's this it's the only
as tall as
two.
us.
It is the only 2-story building, actually. Each building is like maybe a few inches above your heads.
Yeah.
The roof lines of these buildings.
Yeah.
But this building it goes above the wheat, and it looks hastily built. It is in the left-hand corner. It is the only 2-story building in the entire place. They have set atop a giant horned skull on top of the thing. That looks out towards the center of town.
Where'd you get the skull, guys?
Oh, that's Mother Snake.
What?
Well, so you've been warned about the wheat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've heard from some other tribes that some people don't take kindly to the wheat, and Mother Snake it just decides to pick those people off.
Oh. All right.
So that's
Yeah.
Mother Snake?
Yep. Well, sometimes Mother Snake comes in to, reap the dead and that sort of thing. We can't have that. So,
So Mother Snake
Yeah.
is dead.
one of them, yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's multiple?
Oh, yeah. It's a little weird that you're having... It's called a Mother Snake. It is Mother Snake. But there's a bunch of them. You having trouble with this still? Or do we need to, like... Yeah, she, like, turns and she, like, starts drawing a diagram on the ground of, like, the snake. And then
like
a
World
second
Tree
snake.
level shit?
No, it's like she's got 2 snakes on the ground that she's drawn out, and she points to one and she says, "Mother Snake," and she points to the other and she says, "Also Mother Snake."
Are there
Okay,
just
so
2?
Okay, this is gonna be more complicated than I thought. All right, so
you says you draw a third snake?
She just starts drawing snakes all over the ground in like dirt.
All right, no.
And,
Okay,
um,
so all snakes
I'm
are
going
Mother
to-
Snake.
While she's doing this, roll me perception.
All snakes are Mother Snake. Got it.
22.
That's a
Sorry, 23.
12.
22. So you don't understand. Well, not that you don't understand, Pepper. You kind of, you're following along. You're paying attention to her. She's throwing out a couple interesting tidbits, so you're not too focused on it. But you, on the other hand, Finn. Jesus, I lost your name for a second, Jason. So Finn, you notice that as this person is drawing in the ground with a stick, she's revealing this dirt below them. And after maybe half a minute, you glance back at the drawing, and the drawing is thinner and thinner. And as you glance back at it again a third time, suddenly the drawing's gone. And you pay a little closer attention with that 22 perception of yours, and you notice that the ground looks kind of like it's covered in this sickly green grass. But as you take a closer look, you realize it's all just moss that slowly comes back to meet itself again and cover up the drawing. So she's literally like cut it apart and then just stitches itself back together.
So it's just a bunch of snakes, right?
It's all right. You're getting it now, and I'm very proud of you for this.
So are all
Achievement.
snakes Mother Snake, or are there other snakes that aren't Mother Snake?
No, Mother Snake's the big one. Mother Snake's the big one. There are other snake. There are lots of things in the wheat. You know, we can't just eat wheat.
Should the dirt be like reforming on itself?
And she like glances down and she goes, "Well, yeah, of course. Does it not do that where you're from?"
It does not.
Nope.
No, that's all right. So, real quick crash course. This is
He seems
wheat.
she seems so put out by all of this. She's
Yeah.
just like, I don't care, you weird outworlders, just shut up and listen.
Yeah. So she's like, "Okay, so you see the wheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
The wheat grows very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The wheat
Right.
gives us life, and the wheat also consumes the life around it.
Yeah, so you gotta eat the wheat to keep it back, yeah.
Exactly. What you're standing in, the main square, this
Was
was
wheat.
dinner last night.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was plucked completely brown. This morning, you wake up, green again. You understand?
Ah, all right. Cool. So we're standing,
Okay.
Irvin. We're standing in the wheat.
Mm-hmm.
This right here. This right here.
This right here is
pretty
the
much
wheat.
everything.
Yes.
All right. And she points up and she says, "You see the blue stuff in the up there?
That's
That's
called
not
the sky. Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's not wheat. Pretty much everything else wheat."
Okay, okay. You've never seen another, like... You've never seen, like, rocks? Like...
Well, sometimes you get like a hill or something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so, like, there is topography. Okay.
But it's all covered in wheat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all wheat. It's
But, like,
pretty
there
much-
is-
but
okay.
you know what? It tastes really good. It tastes like super good. So, we're doing pretty well over here, actually.
Nice.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm. You want to try some?
No.
No, thank you. We just
Okay,
ate.
you're-
We
You're
ate before we
lost.
left. Actually,
Yeah.
can I study some of the wheat?
Sure, you certainly can.
I have an alchemy
She points.
set, and I'm
She
super
points
curious
back
to run
to
this through
the.
some tests.
So she points back to the watchtower, which is pretty much the only building you have a good sightline on because it's the only building that goes above the wheat. And she says, "We built that earlier in the week because we figured being able to see people would be a good idea to, stop
Yeah.
the giants, but it hasn't worked. We've tried traps. We've tried take it out with some of our spellcasters. Nothing.
You guys have magic?
Well,
I mean, I know it comes from the wheat,
chieftain
but,
the chieftain leans in real close and goes, "We're not very good at it, but we got magic." Yeah.
well, that's okay.
Jerry over there. Jerry can do magic. Not all. I can't. But,
Jerry, what can you do?
fuck, you're gonna make me get out. I shouldn't have said a thing.
Just do something, Jerry. I'm
Jerry,
curious
make
what,
pretty
like...
lights.
Jerry, what's the biggest thing you can do? Like, give me your capstone here.
Jerry suddenly
so-
cast wish.
So-
Jerry casts a meteor swarm. Roll a dex save.
So
I can split the heavens, Chief.
Jerry like focuses really hard. Jerry focuses really hard. Like he doesn't sweat because I don't think they have sweat glands. I've just decided they don't have sweat glands, so he's not sweating.
Cool. These ones don't.
but-
That's fine.
But you can see like his hand. He's moving very slowly. It's like watching someone
Baby's
on
first spell.
Valium do Tai Chi. You know.
Ooh.
Fun.
And after
That's Stephen the Wolf of Wall Street.
after about, I'd say, 10, 12 seconds, he, like, points one of his hands up at the sky, and, yeah, so 3 rays of fire just come jetting out of his hand. And they go out directly into the sky and just boom, boom, boom. You can roll an Arcana check to see what that would be for you guys.
Pepper knows.
Yeah. Jason knows. That's 11. So no.
19.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a rough approximation of Scorching Ray.
Okay. I look at Irvin. That's not nothing.
And
he has
he
better magic
he
than
lowers
us? Oh, come on. I'm upset.
he lowers his hand and he's visibly panting. Jerry is.
I go over to Jerry and I put a hand on his shoulder. Jerry, that was really good.
Thanks. I've been working really hard on it.
No,
Yep.
your form was pretty good. Your bolts of fire were like I'm gonna look up in the air and do fire bolt. So just one bolt of fire comes out, but it's like pew.
Oh, so you guys do magic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
here and there. I can't do it like at will, but I can do a big thing here and there.
Jerry
you can do
like
a thing every now and then.
Jerry like looks around and is like super stoked, and you see one other person in the group is like really excited, and then everyone else is just like, oh Jesus.
Hey, it's really helpful, guys.
It's
Don't knock it.
super useful.
Uh-huh.
I haven't even shown Irvin my big thing now. I got a new big thing.
Do you guys show each other your big things very often?
Shut up, Jerry.
No.
Not like that, Jerry.
I'm sorry.
Jerry, get your
I'm
head
sorry.
out of the
That was
wheat.
presumption. I'm sorry. Get your head out of the food trough. So, Pepper, you wanted to study the wheat.
Yeah.
What would you like to?
I'll roll
give
an
me-
alchemy supply check.
Sure.
I mean, that's just proficiency and intelligence. It's just like anything else I roll. Boop. 18.
So you take some of the little pieces of wheat off of the stalks, and you put them in
Yeah.
a little container. The wheat, as I mentioned, it grows really tall, and at the top of them are these kind of like oblong, like almost like a corn husk at the top. Just a singular one of
Jesus.
these bulbs. And after a little bit of after talking with maybe one of the Dragonborn, who kind of grabs onto a cluster of wheat and climbs up this wheat stalk, grabs onto that bulb, plucks it from one of them, and then comes back down and hands it to you, and you get a good approximation of the different parts of the wheat, and you study it for a bit. As you hold the little pieces that you yourself took off, maybe, I don't know what the barley is. Is that what that's called?
I think. I don't know. I don't know the anatomy of wheat.
I should have looked it up.
Yeah.
But
I'm not the one who made a whole fucking place based on the anatomy of wheat.
I made a whole fucking thing based off of wheat, not the anatomy of wheat. So, you take a look at it, and as you like hold one of the little pieces of plant up to the light, you can see this little like tiny little wisp of a cloud of almost smoke coming off of it, and you can only see it because of how you're holding it in the light. And you realize those are the spores that
I cover my mouth
recruiter
and nose
told you
immediately.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I don't
can
wanna
see
breathe that
that
in.
It's just teeny tiny little bits of plant that float up into the air and then float off into presumably everywhere. But you don't feel different. In fact, as you guys are spending time in the camp, you don't feel different. You don't really feel much of anything. You were maybe a little concerned when you realized everything was wheat, but it seems like, at the very least, if you stay out of it and stay in the mode section, so to speak, you're okay.
So can I, if I take that piece that I got and I put it in a vial and I like shake it, do I see the spores coming off of it
Yes.
in the vial?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good to know. I'll keep like that for later.
Is there any? You rolled pretty well. Is there any question about its scientific use that you want answered, that you would maybe be able to figure out here?
The way, like, if I... Okay, so I'm going to take the vial, and I'm going to, like, light a little fire under it. I want to see how it reacts to heat. Is it different? Is it like, different than regular wheat? Does it burn?
You set the vial underneath of it, and at first it doesn't really react. And then you notice that the little pieces of wheat kind of jump. They jump towards the middle of the vial where the heat is. And after a few seconds, all of the little pieces of wheat that you have in there are basically all clustered around where the fire is.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Finn?
Yeah?
This shit's attracted to heat.
So... Zen's not gonna need to be fire, alright, chalking that off.
What?
That's fine, don't worry about it, you'll see in a bit.
I'm so confused, but okay.
Do you have any questions, Finn, that you want to maybe about the area around you guys or anything like that?
Are there paths going in and out of the wheat, like paths they've cleared, or is it just a singular clearing surrounded by wheat?
So it's one clearing that has little niches that are carved out for the different buildings. And there is a southern entrance, which is basically like the main road going into town, so to speak. Then there is a northeast, southwestern entrance that is thinner. Yeah, I had to think about it. I can't have everything thought out, okay?
Okay.
But that area is a little bit less well mowed.
Okay. Do I
the
see
one on the east
any
is
other,
less
like,
maintained.
walking paths that they might have taken before they had these two roads? Or is it just those two, period?
Roll me an investigation check.
That is a 13.
13? No, you can't see any other roads that they went through. Like I said, the one to the west is less maintained, so probably less traveled. And the one to the south is pretty well groomed, about the same as the area that you guys are at the moment.
Now. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys are talking about this, talking with the chieftain or one of the warriors that will be fighting with you, as you guys are talking about all of this and talking about what you might be able to do, you hear a bird call come from the west. What is your immediate thought, the two of you?
They have birds?
I'm going to look to the skies to see if I can see, like, a shadow or something.
You, well, roll me perception, I suppose.
I'm still looking. I was about to start digging through the dirt, so I'm still doing that.
17.
No.
Fuck this bird.
There's not
I don't
even
care.
a cloud in the sky. There's nothing.
Oh.
I just look over at the chieftain. Do you guys get birds?
Birds?
That thing. What do you call that thing that noise?
Oh, well, I'll be honest, I don't, not a noise, it's not an animal, I don't think. I mean, not an animal I've heard.
You've never heard that before?
No.
Oh.
Well, Finn, do we want to actually be explorers for once?
I mean, fucking might as well. How quickly
We actually
can you...
want to
How quickly can you all clear the wheat?
You mean, like, the wheat that we've cleared already, or more wheat?
Like, if we were gonna, like, go towards that sound that we heard, and we wanted to clear the wheat along the way.
Well, I'll be honest, we could
bring you
it would
more
take
meat.
it a little while.
I mean, whatever made that noise is alive.
We could have
and
that,
if we murder it...
We could have that area cleared in maybe an hour?
Now, if you walk into the wheat, you're not likely to come back,
so
right? That's what we heard?
That is what we heard, yes.
When I say that it's less maintained, I'd say that the wheat that's on the ground, it's basically just stalks, that come up to maybe mid-calf. It wouldn't be dangerous to go down that path, but it would be dangerous to, say, camp on that path.
Yeah.
The dragon.
Well, I mean,
the Dragonborn
can
tell
just
you
go.
that path. If you go now, if you stay out until morning, it'll probably be starting to bud and would be a little more dangerous for you.
Well, let's not do that
Alright.
bit. Let's go, but let's not stay out till
Yeah.
morning. How long do we have until... Does your sun go down?
Oh yeah. Our sun goes
About
down.
what time is it right now?
He like looks around at the wheat and looks up at the sky and he'd say, "Well, you got about maybe 2-3 hours of daylight left at most."
Okay,
Alright.
that's plenty of time to go down, see what made a bird noise, and come
Yeah.
back.
All right.
All right. What? Before you go, what should we do to like get ready or anything? Or
I want
Are we
half
gonna-
of, I
I
want
mean,
half of
kill
your
some
guards
giants, or-
positioned against this entrance, and let nothing else besides us return to it. And I want the other half clearing out a pathway to make sure that we have a few extra hours in case we need it.
okay. Well.
I look at Finn. That was... Damn!
All right.
Well.
I like poke his head. Look at you being smart
Do
and
not
shit.
touch the head, please.
Oh, but come on, it's like perfectly like round,
I'm
kind
aware
of.
it was
you're-
scientifically designed to be round.
Yeah, I know, to be pokeable.
One of the
Genetically engineered to be like...
No, Irvin,
smooth.
Irvin,
just one-
Irvin, stop it.
So
I don't know, we're in a forest full of wheat. I'm feeling jovial. Sue
Alright.
me.
Can I make
Jovial
a
is a sign of
survival
wheat
check
madness.
to track where that bird noise came from?
Yeah, roll me your survival. And as you guys are going in the general direction, the guards take up post and they start calling the people from inside the houses to start coming out and start clearing some.
All right,
of
that's
them.
a 5.
So, I said it came from the west.
That came from the west.
That's what you've got.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
we heading west.
Cool. Oh, hey, I should do infusions.
Give me the crossbow.
Might be a good
As
idea.
we're like starting to walk, it's like, oh, hey, you want your special thing?
Yes, I've already got my crossbow in my hand, and I just hold it out for him while I'm continuing walking. Get the work.
Ugh, God, you're so fucking needy. And I just like, I grab like a little bit of like metallic shavings, and I just like rub it up against like the haft of the fucking crossbow, and it like sprouts around the crossbow, and that makes it magical.
All right,
There.
cool. Thank you.
Fucking.
And it goes back on my back.
Then I
Okay.
pull out my jug that you normally make into an alchemy jug. And I just stare at it, and I'm like, maybe in a minute.
Maybe I'll drink this formaldehyde later.
Is Irvin gonna start being an alcoholic?
What an arc, kids. What an arc.
So
Play what you know. That's what they say.
yeah. So you guys head out into the wheat, and the first thing that you see as you step into this golden hallway, basically, is an ad break. Right there.
Perfect timing.
Jason didn't like.
Nope, and we lost Michael again.
You're
so...
a monster.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh no, did I
Ugh.
freeze again?
Michael froze. Michael, you dumb bitch.
Hello?
We can still hear you.
Hello,
We cannot
friends?
see you.
We just can't see you.
Are you there?
We are still here.
Yeah, hello.
There
Was
we
my
go.
ad break too powerful?
Your ad break was too powerful.
I
It
think
caused
you
an
broke
ad
your
in
own
the middle
ad.
of our ad.
Okay, you're back. Am I back?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead and bring us back in
perfect
from the ad
timing
break.
for my computer to fuck up, apparently.
About right.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and count us in whenever you want.
Oh, that's why I'm having problems. Just a
It
minute.
happened again,
Yeah.
Jason.
No, it's okay. I was on the wrong fucking internet.
Oh. Yeah, that might do it.
Well, I clapped before the start. I clapped after the ad break, so you know exactly where that is, I'm sure.
Okay, clap again so we can cut all this shit. Thank you.
So, we're back. I'm sure those ads were tasty and delicious to
Nutritious.
look at for your eyes. Nutritious. It's nutritious for your brain and delicious for your eyes. All those sponsors that aren't giving us money, that dollar of ad revenue going straight into our pockets.
You...
Not even back into the show. Not even back. Just
No,
we're just taking it and running.
we earned that dollar of ad revenue.
Michael, I'm glad you're hopeful that it's a whole dollar.
We might be able to afford that Werther's original. So, you
That's,
guys
can that be the basis for our money tracking now? For like how much money we make off of this is how many Werther's originals.
Yes.
Because I pray that one day we're like moderately successful at this, and it's like, okay, how many? Okay, we can buy like thousands of Werther's
Pepper,
originals.
We might be able to buy a
Pepper,
Godiva
right
chocolate.
now, we could each buy like 5 Werther's originals.
Whoa.
That's too much power for me
That's
to
too
have.
much Werther. That doesn't even feel original anymore.
Speaking of too much power for me to have, you rolled a 5 on your survival.
Yes.
So you you walk down this path, and you kind of follow the direction you assumed that the sound came from. And as you slither down this odd, like, snaking pathway that the wheat grows and shrinks at different levels, you come to a
Snaking, you
fork in
say?
the road. You come to a fork in the road. One of them goes left, one of them goes right. Which way are you guys going?
Do you want to try to hear for a bird
Sure.
again? You're supposed to be. I believe in you,
can
buddy.
roll me perception with disadvantage. That's what I'll take your survival to be. You're disoriented.
Fuck. 7.
Pepper, do you want to give it a shot?
Man, we're really not finding this fucking bird. Oh, sure. With my -1, sure.
Yeah, roll with disadvantage.
What? Oh, okay. You know,
Vengeance.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Okay, so you go right.
Alright.
You guys take the path less traveled, which is this entire area, and you go to the right for a little bit.
Wait, hang on. Finn,
Yeah.
should we split up?
No. Yeah, remember what they
Okay.
told us about the wheat, remember?
Well, yeah, but like... If we're looking at this wheat, do both ways seem like they've been traveled the same amount?
both ways seem it's about the same for both sides. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, what are the odds that these aren't gonna link back up?
All right, I'll go left. You go right.
Okay. So we're gonna deal
This
with
is such a terrible idea.
Yep.
we're gonna deal with Irvin first.
Oh, cool.
So
Goodbye.
because you're going the direction I already started. So you go down the path, and it snakes and it slithers, and as you're going through the wheat, roll me. What's your passive perception actually?
Oh, it's a 9.
A 9. Well,
My passive investigation is a 16, but my passive perception is a 9.
Jesus. You
High and
can't
low is-
see in 2 feet in front of you when you're walking, but if you're looking for like clues, zoom in. You have a
You can see
Scooby-Doo
the
microscope.
molecule on the
that you-
butt of a flea.
So, as you're going through this little passage, in the wheat, you roll me a perception check. Not a save, just a check.
14.
14? Okay. So, you hear a sound to your right, in the wheat. You hear the sound of the wheat parting and coming back together. So a sound that almost sounds like a rain stick almost, just tinkling and clicking and just awful little noises coming from around you.
I step back. And
Uh,
I continue to step backwards.
As you take a step back, the sounds suddenly stop.
I pull out a vial. I uncork it. Who goes there?
As you're waiting for someone to say something, after a few seconds, almost like an odd little delayed echo, you hear your own voice come back to you from the wheat to your right, just saying, "Who goes there?"
I will. What? Stop.
will-
No, you're not
what?
me. I'm me.
No, you're not me. I'm me.
I'm gonna burn this fucking wheat to
I'm
the
gonna burn
ground.
this fucking wheat to the ground.
Show yourself.
As you say that, the wheat starts parting again. The strange little tinkling, like rain falling on a tin roof almost. And as you wait in anticipation, the wheat starts to splay open, and you see at about face level, you see the snout of a snake start to poke through the wheat, and it is about the skull is about the size of the skull that you saw on top of the watchtower, and it pokes its head out ever so slightly, horns just rolling back on the back of its head, and it says in perfect common, "Show yourself."
Finn.
Do I hear him at all?
Finn.
Roll me perception.
Do I have anything that would make me sound?
14.
You know what? Let's deal with that. Yes, you do hear it. Finn, you do hear it. What's your immediate reaction?
Crossbow out, start retracing my steps.
Roll me. What's your passive perception actually?
14.
14?
15, sorry, 15.
15. As you are going back the way you came, you hear that bird call again. It's only about maybe 50 feet in the direction you were originally going. But it's behind a curve of the wheat, so you can't see what it was. So are
Irvin
you
called
going
for
to
help.
go
Nope, Irvin called
help
for help.
Irvin, or are you going to the bird?
Irvin called for help. We're going for Irvin.
Okay.
Aww.
All right. You rush back to the fork, and as you are running, I'll bring you in when you get there. What's your speed?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. Average speed. Okay. So Irvin, this snake, it starts to slither out of the wheat, and you notice that it's not just a snake. On its body, it's got these kind of, at regular intervals, it's got these, like, clawed arms that let it
What the fuck?
kind of crawl along the ground. And it's not,
I
like,
hate this.
4, it's, like, one every maybe half a foot or so, just a pair of legs every half a foot, and it just comes out, and comes out, and comes out. What are you doing?
Putting my hands up, like I'm not a threat. And I'm saying,
Real quick, roll me
Hello?
roll me your survival, because you didn't get a chance to roll.
oh sure, this'll be great.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh wow, that's 17.
So, you've heard in nature survival classes that putting your hands up makes you seem like a bigger threat.
I don't put my hands up. I put them down.
I was really hoping you were gonna get a real bad roll, and I was gonna be able to. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, you put them down.
And I'm like popping like 3 different corks off 3 different vials on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you, Mother Snake?
The creature opens its mouth, and it's. I don't want you to imagine like a kind of situation. The snake like opens its mouth, and its tongue does all the twitching and moving inside of the mouth to form the words and the sounds that come out of its mouth. So it's just an open mouth, like a speaker.
That's
almost.
disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Jesus.
I've got to put some.
Thanks.
My monsters have to have some disgusting factor about them.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
And
Glad to be here.
the snake kind of the snake doesn't repeat you this time. It opens its mouth and it makes this like odd hissing sound that kind of reverberates in the wheat all around you. And it sounds like the hissing is coming from every direction when it does this. It's like it found the
fucking
resonance frequency of the wheat around you.
That's very scary. Yep. You did it. I'm
You
scared.
did
I'm scared now.
it.
Are you like God here? Is that how this works?
Roll me a dex saving throw. Because it's
Oh,
gonna lunge at you.
Piss. Piss.
Piss.
Piss on my ass. That's a 20.
Oh, okay. So this snake basically lunges down and slams into the ground where you were standing. You juke out of the way just in time, and you see it get a mouthful of this wheat moss that's on the ground, and it comes back just spitting out dirt and gold dust. And as you, and what are you gonna do when that happens?
Bad snake. Bad snake. I. Oh, fuck it. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna. Does it seem like it's continuing to be aggressive?
Oh, it's gonna be aggressive.
Okay, cool.
It's just
Yeah.
gotta be aggressive.
Alright, it's just gotta be. I understand. Been there, man. I'm gonna try to firebolt it, I guess.
Okay.
I'll fight it, sure.
Is that a roll to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit this thing.
Oh, dash a 15.
That hits. All right. Cool.
Oh, wow.
I don't have a map for you guys, so you're gonna have to just trust me on just theater of the mind here. But you
5
throw
damage.
this fireball at the snake for 5 damage, and it smacks it in the side of the body, and it kind of falls into the wheat, and you see the
running.
wheat kind of, yeah. As you're running in the opposite direction, actually, would you look at the snake?
I would
at
be
all?
looking. I
as
would
you're
be
running?
looking because I want to see what I'm running from.
Okay. So, as it lands in the wheat, it like hits the wheat, and the stalks kind of bend down as they're hit with the force, and then they stop, and then they just kind of keep bending around this snake, specifically around this part of the snake where the fireball hit it, and the wheat kind of just tries to tuck itself around the snake, but it's gonna make a roll to get out of there real quick. And that's gonna be... Okay, so
As I'm running, I'm
you
just
were
screaming,
running...
Finn.
As you were running, you hear... you like glance behind you, and you see the snake basically like shove off of the wheat and pull the wheat from the ground as it starts to shake it off again.
Uh-oh.
But you've got a good amount of distance between the two of you now. You two basically run into each other at the fork. And, Finn, you get to the fork in the road ready to run to the other side. And Irvin, you reach the fork in the road ready to just bolt as quick as you can. What's gonna happen?
I see him, and I like start pushing him, and I say, keep going.
What happened? What happened?
Mother snake.
Mother snake. Okay. All right. Yeah. Can I see Mother Snake?
You can hear Mother Snake.
Okay.
You hear
I can't see
an
her.
amplified version of Irvin's voice saying "Show
Uh-oh.
yourself" over and over again.
It talks back. It mimics.
All right. Cool.
And I'm immediately putting myself behind Finn.
Okay. Let's move forward.
Oh no!
So where are you guys going?
Where I was, I heard the bird.
Oh, you heard the bird? Let's go to the
I heard the
bird. I don't
bird.
want to deal with the snake.
What if the snake is the bird, and the
No,
snake is
they
just
were on
imitating the
they were on
bird?
separate sides. How is a snake a bird if they were on separate forks?
There are multiple snakes.
Fuck, he did tell us specifically that there were multiple snakes.
And you just found out the snake can mimic.
It can.
So, logically, and you're a man of logic, I know this,
I am.
a snake can imitate the bird.
Fuck! Okay, I have an idea.
I
have
hope
an
this
idea.
is an idea that's going to happen while you're running, because I'm imagining all this time you're still standing at that fork.
Yeah, this idea can run and happen.
Alright?
I am gonna pull out the jug for the alchemy jug, and I'm gonna turn it into the alchemy jug.
Okay.
Um,
Real quick, I'll ask this. I'll be nice and I'll
Mhm.
ask this. Are you guys trying to be stealthy at all, or are you just hoping that you can outrun the snake?
I think outrun, because I don't think you can stealth very well.
nope.
So yeah, let's
Okay.
go with outrun.
I'll keep that in mind. Gotcha. So what's your idea?
I'm gonna turn the alchemy the jug into the alchemy jug. I'm gonna say oil. I'm gonna pour it behind us, and I'm gonna fire bolt it so all of that catches on fire, and hopefully the stalks bend down around that and make like a brush cover behind us. That's my idea,
Fascinating.
and I think that might be
Okay.
one of the smartest things I've ever thought of.
It's not a bad idea.
Okay. So yeah, you basically create this little trap, and you fire it. And
Or you know
as
what?
you
Actually,
are...
I'm gonna dump the oil, and I'm gonna wait for the. Maybe I can trap the snake in the.
Do you want to try and do that? That's going to be a roll of some sort.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold the firebolt until he comes around the corner, like into the oil bit. I'm gonna shoot the oil bit, and hopefully all of the
Okay,
stalks
so
are
you're
gonna bend
readying
down
an
around him.
action for when
Yeah.
the snake is in the oil, you're going to light it
Uh-huh.
on fire.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Finn, if this fails, just shoot it.
Ahead of you on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
okay. You, so, you take a few steps
How
back,
much oil
and...
can I make? I'm curious
That's
now.
a good question. You guys take a few steps back, and you hear you hear the mother snake coming before you see the mother snake. And it kind of crawls like a frenzied centipede almost, just around the corner, and it sees you, and its eyes light up happily. And it runs.
Michael, I can make a
towards you
quart
guys.
of oil. A quart. That is a quart of
That's-
oil on the ground.
That's a decent chunk of oil.
That's a good
That's
amount
gonna
of oil.
cause. It's gonna cause a fire, huh? So you, I need you to do first
Just roll to hit?
Yeah, let's go with a roll to hit. That works.
Okay. 12? I mean, I'm hitting the ground.
Sure. You hit on target. Roll me a dexterity check to see how on the money you make this shot.
Can it be intelligence because I
Timing-wise.
use that?
You cannot intelligence your way into faster reflexes.
Fuck. That's a 14.
Okay. It's a bit messy, but yeah, you make it.
Okay.
So you basically shoot this fireball and then run the opposite direction, yeah?
Yeah.
Um,
I'll let Finn see if
so
it worked or not.
the mother snake gets a good few feet outside of the oil before it catches on fire. But as soon as that fire lights up, it is huge. It sends up a little fucking billow of smoke, and as soon as that fire hits, the wheat just bends down and basically grabs onto the snake, and it starts yelling and hissing and thrashing as more and more wheat piles on top of this fire.
Is it on fire?
The wheat is not on fire.
No. The snake, who presumably slithered through a bunch of oil just now.
The snake is very much on fire. Yes.
Oh, good.
Um,
that was. I spin around and I see him on fire. Holy shit,
do you
that
want
worked.
Do you want me to know where the snake is at all times, at least for the next hour?
Let's just kill the snake.
Hunter's mark.
Okay, that works.
I think we're gonna.
Um,
I think we're gonna fish in a barrel this snake.
Roll me a couple to hits. Let's see how this goes, because the snake
Oh,
currently
the
can't
hunter's
attack
mark
this
is not to
movement.
hit. The hunter's mark is just on it.
Oh, okay. Then first, who wants
I
to
now-
attack first?
No,
Well,
I'll
you know
fucking
what, let's
shoot it
roll
with a
initiative,
goddamn
actually.
crossbow.
Let's do this. Let's do this the good way. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Respectable.
13.
17.
Okay, so let's close this and close this and close this. So, Irvin, what was yours?
13.
13. All right, let's get Finn in here. Finn, what'd you get?
17.
17. Okay, and I'll just use one of the Dragonborn as the token for this. You're not fighting a Dragonborn, but
I'd punt
now
one
I'm
of
gonna
those
roll.
little fuckers.
Now I'm gonna roll real quick. Oh, well, okay. So that's
Uh-oh.
that's a 15.
Okay.
So it's gonna be Finn, and then the snake, and then Irvin. So
Okay.
Finn, you're up first. What are you gonna do?
Crossbow.
Oh, how much damage did it take for being on fire, Michael?
Fire damage is what? D8?
Sure.
I think so.
I don't care. I can live with that.
5.
Yeah.
The 5 damage for the immediate first one.
Okay.
Michael, does a 27 hit?
A 27 does hit. Yeah, of course it does. You're a level 3 character.
How did you do that?
I rolled a 19 and I have a +8 to hit with this crossbow.
Oh my god.
You have a +8?
I took archery as a fighting style.
Jesus.
So it's going to take a total of 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And I don't have to reload.
Not looking great.
Yeah. Alright, Irvin, you're up.
Well,
No, it's the snake's turn. The snake
You
is gonna
say
try
that.
and break free. Yeah, first we're gonna have
Yeah,
to make.
fuck you.
Oh goodness.
there's a ton of fire
Um,
damage. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, first I'm gonna do that fire damage, which I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stick with that D8.
Okay.
That's gonna be 8 damage to full damage. Okay.
Yo, he's
Jeez.
roasting. What a loser.
He's what a bitch, and that's the snake is able to break free of about half of the wheat that's holding it down. It literally like rips the roots out of the ground as it's thrashing and hissing and just blindly striking out in the direction of you guys. So it's gonna roll a. No, you guys aren't going to be in range. It's not going to be able to attack you, but it was able to snap off about half of those wheat that time. But that's its whole turn. So, Irvin, what are you going to do?
Let me look up one thing. No, just god damn it. Tell me what the condition is, you fuck. There. It doesn't tell me. What is the poison condition, Jason? What is that?
Fuck.
Poisoned. I didn't have that for this. Surprisingly enough, for once, I don't have my conditions chart open.
A poisoned creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Excellent. Okay. He's trapped there, yeah? He's not going anywhere?
He is
Not
currently
yet?
trapped, yes. Yes, he's
Cool. I'm
he's
gonna
still
try to hit
held,
him with
yeah.
a ray of sickness.
Ooh,
Oh
damn.
my god. Okay, ray of sickness. Okay. Is that a 2-hit?
Yeah. Is it easier because
Okay.
he's trapped?
It is. I suppose it could be considered prone, so yes, it would have disadvantage.
Hey, I
Well,
rolled a
you
nat
would have
20, we're
advantage
good.
against it.
Jesus,
I rolled a nat
fuck.
20, we're good.
This thing's dead, Pepper.
It's about to be.
Fuck, man, that's 48.
Yeah.
4d8.
Yeah.
That's only 13 poison damage. But
Okay.
he is also poison. Oh, he has to make a con save.
He has to make a con save. DC 14.
Yes.
Okay. I'll roll that for
Fuck
you.
you. Fuck you, bitch.
Is that for me or the snake? Oh.
Yes.
That's an 18.
Okay, so he's
Natural.
not poisoned. Damn it. Okay, but he did still take 13 points of poison damage.
Okay, so he's bloodied. I'll say that. This creature's bloodied.
Okay.
Alright.
And we're back up at the top with Finn.
Alright, crossbow bolt for the face. For another natural 20.
Fuck. You guys are
I'm
Fish
gonna
in a
lose.
barrel. Fish in a barrel.
Question, Michael. Do you want me to double the dice on my hunter's mark as well, or just my crossbow?
Just the crossbow.
Okay.
Just the crossbow, yes.
Okay, so that's 60. He is going to take 21 points of piercing damage.
That's an
Okay.
unhappy camper.
He is a very unhappy camper. Do you have anything else up in your bag of tricks?
No, not yet.
Not yet is always a good thing to hear. How far away would you say you guys are from this snake?
Probably like 50 feet.
Then I'm 55 feet.
Just within range of spells. Okay. So,
Or actually,
the
what
snake
I have
is
had,
gonna
yeah. I
first.
just want to make sure. Yeah,
the
okay,
snake
I
is
wasn't
gonna take
range about
its
my
D8.
shit. Cool.
Um,
Burn, bitch.
So it's gonna take 3 more fire damage, and then it is going to try and break free. Well, that didn't work. The snake has been shot and burned. It's weakened. Its thrashing has become much less fervent, and and as you watch, it's unable to break free from the wheat, and the wheat that's still holding on to it starts to push it down farther onto the ground as the fire starts to kind of dissipate. The wheat is basically choking the fire of any oxygen by covering it up.
Hey, that's fine. I'll take that as long as he's on the ground.
Yeah.
He's still held prone.
Well, you know what would make the situation even better? Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
More fire! Firebolt. He's prone, so it's disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well. I got double nat ones. Oh god! Just when Irvin starts to feel confident, the universe says no.
So what were you shooting it with? The crossbow?
No, my
firebolt.
firebolt.
Firebolt. You hold out your hand.
Do I pop Finn in the back of the head?
Ow.
What I was gonna say is you steady your hand on his shoulder like Iron Man about to fucking shoot a laser out, and maybe he shifts, or maybe your footing on the weedy moss on the ground is wrong, but the firebolt, instead of going directly out, it just kind of blows up in your hand. And I want the two of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Also
What
a
about you?
natural 20. As I see the spell starting to go wrong, I go, get down, get down, get down.
So, so from an outside perspective, what it looks like is you like ready your hand, and you're like, watch this, watch out, and then boom.
As Irvin says get down, I'm literally gonna dash and slip around to where now I'm resting my crossbow on his shoulder.
That's fair. That's fair.
God,
You guys
disappointing
are gonna
Jerry.
take. You guys are gonna take half damage. So can you roll damage for your fireball for me, Pepper?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are gonna take half of that.
Oh, okay, so 7. So whatever. 3,
Okay,
4,
so that's
whatever you want.
3, because it's the
Yeah, usually around down.
damage rounded down.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna take 3 fire damage each. Some singed hair, what little of it you guys
Ow.
have.
Ow.
Well, Finn has hair.
You're
Ow.
disappointing Jerry, Irvin. Now hold still.
Not Jerry.
It's your turn, Finn.
Yep, alright. Crossbow shot.
Roll to hit
Disadvantage
with
because he's
advantage,
prone.
or with disadvantage. Yeah.
It's a 12. No, sorry, 11.
An 11. Does not hit.
Okay.
So you shoot your arrow out towards the snake, and you were sure you were on target. You even had it like readied on his shoulder. You were positive you were on target. And then you realized that you didn't miss. The snake had moved. In fact, it is now much closer to one side of the wheat than the other. And as the fire goes out on the snake, and as it writhes and hisses, you see that it is slowly being pulled into the wall of wheat on the side.
Oh. That's, a lovely sight. Irvin, you want to see if you can hit it again?
Sure. I'll try one more time with Firebolt.
Go ahead.
With disadvantage still?
Yes.
That's an 11.
Okay, doesn't hit. You fire you fire your blast at it, and it explodes right in front of it, which makes the wheat just in front of it all bend down to the ground, basically making this shroud over the snake. And when this shroud eventually lifts up, when it realizes there's no fire there to put out, it lifts up, and all that is left of this snake is the tail that is just kind of flopping on the ground as it is being pulled into the plant.
Does it seem like it's dying, or just getting dragged
Oh,
in?
It is definitely dying, and being dragged in at the same time.
Okay. Well, let's let it die. You said you heard a bird this way?
Yep, let a bird this way.
I don't really know what to say about that. That was a lot.
Yeah, I can still sense the
mimicked me?
snake.
You can still
When does
sense
the
the
snake
snake.
die?
It is alive.
Yeah.
I
will know when
I'll let
it
you know when
dies.
the snake. I'll let you know when it dies.
Or at least unless it doesn't die in the next hour.
I'll let you know.
So,
Alright, yeah,
bird?
heard the bird this way.
Bird.
Lead the way.
No.
Come on, you got this.
I get my shield out, and I try to make myself as small behind the shield as I can as we're walking.
Alright, look, I'll lead the way. Come on. And I'm
No,
just gonna start
I got
overtaking.
this.
Are
No.
you sure you got this?
No, not at all.
Then let me take the lead. I just wanted to see if you would, stand up for yourself a little bit.
And how did that go?
About as well as I expected, honestly.
That's terrible.
Come on.
While you guys are arguing about this and walking down this alleyway, you turn the corner, and who was leading? Was it Finn or was it Irvin?
I am now.
Okay, so Finn.
After I see him try to cower behind a shield.
You kind of like push him to the side, and you're like, whatever, I can deal with this. And as soon as you turn the corner, you are met with the business end of a rapier pointed directly at your throat as you turn that corner.
How you doing, friends?
And standing there
I'm okay.
is
Not you, the guy around the corner, Irvin.
There's someone. I poke my head around the corner. Oh!
you poke your head around and you see a tall blonde man. He's maybe a couple inches taller than you guys. He's not a giant by any stretch of the imagination. And he's got on this dark plate armor, and he's holding this rapier with this expertise. He's got a beard, and he's pointed it directly at your throat, and he says, "So, you guys trying to get in on our treasure?"
What treasure are you speaking of?
I played this game too many times, kid. I'm not gonna give you any more information than you already have.
Is it just him?
It is just him.
Is it just him, Michael? Yeah, I say.
It is just the one.
Well,
it is just
I
the one
mean,
person.
You could play the numbers game here.
How do you play? How do you play the numbers game?
There's two of us and one of you.
Yeah, but I got a sword. Like
My crossbow's still in
seems
my
like-
hand. I can just...
Hey, put the crossbow down. We're having a nice little chat here as hostages and a hostage taker.
I put my hands up and I have a vial in my hand. All right.
Ooh, you're not like the idiots around here. You guys have magic, huh?
here and
Well,
there.
Oh,
and
oh
I'm
no,
going...
this is just a vial. No, this is just a vial.
I'm going to
Vials
cast
are magic.
thaumaturgy and make my eyes just appear solid red.
Oh,
Oh.
so you guys are like demons or something. Cool, I could get behind that. So,
That
you
did
guys
not
are
go
gonna
how I
like leave.
expected.
You guys are gonna leave town, and we're gonna deal with this little kobold lair. Okay, you guys just get out of here.
You mean Dragonborn? We were told they were Dragonborn.
You think those little the shrimp back there? You think those are Dragonborn?
Look, that's what we were
They do
told.
seem-
Yes.
Wait, where are you guys from?
What do you mean? We're from the kingdom, the Western Kingdom. Across the ocean. You guys. Where the
I think we have a bit of a Plato's Cave scenario here, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
a little confused about what we're. You guys
You never played
very chatty for hostages. You guys are gonna come with me, and I'm gonna tie you up, and then I'm gonna go.
Well, that
kill all
part's
those
not
gold-
gonna happen. We'll
No.
we'll go with you, but
We'll
that
go with
part's
you.
not happening.
But you're not tying us up. I'm gonna tell you right up. You're not tying us up.
That's just not happening, friend. And I popped the cork
think
on
I'm
one of my
gonna tie you
vials.
I think I'm gonna
I
tie
popped
you
the
up.
cork on one of my
Did you
vials.
really-
I don't think you are.
Do you really want
He,
to try
um,
that, friend?
He like leans back and he whistles, and you hear that bird call that you both heard
Ah,
come
fucking
out of his
shit.
mouth.
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and imitate it.
Is it louder than his?
Yes, it's 3 times louder.
He like cups his ears and he's like, that fucking sucks. Don't do that. Sucks.
I'm gonna do it again.
So no, okay, cool.
You're not
My
tying
friends
us
are
up.
gonna be here.
As he
In, like,
does
2
that, I
fri-
take a step closer.
He's gonna point. He's gonna change pointing the rapier from Finn to Irvin now. He's gonna say, "Whoa, take a step back. My friends are gonna be here any minute." Your friend
but
over
they're not
there
here
just
right
signaled
now.
them. But
My friend could be here.
yeah,
any
we
minute,
can't
too.
teleport. Your friend,
I,
I saw you guys running down this path. It doesn't look like the kind of thing a friends would. So you don't have friends. I don't believe you.
That's hurtful. That's incredibly hurtful, sir.
We do, but I'm speaking of a bit of a different type of friend.
Yeah, the kobolds. We're gonna get the kobolds to come help us murder you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're working with the kobolds. Oh,
They
well,
think you're
I guess we're
giants,
just gonna.
but-
I guess we'll just kill you then. That works. And he kind of pokes at your side, Irvin, with his sword.
I cast poison spray.
Like a skunk.
Yep.
like an octopus that's been startled. You've inked all over him. So.
It's the vial I had in my hand. I just go, and I spray it and I throw it at him.
What does poison? What do I have to
save.
do for poison spray? Con save.
Con
Let's
save.
see. This was which person? This one. Okay. Where's my con? There's the con. Okay. That's not great, but. Oh. It's a 15.
Fuck, he makes it.
Okay.
I just ink on him and it doesn't do anything. He doesn't think
No.
I attacked him probably. Who knows?
Fuck's sake.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
He
maybe you're
startled
right.
me,
Maybe
I'm
that's
He
not
sorry.
does
right.
like
No.
that when you startle him. It's just a weird
Alright.
like reflex his kind has.
All right. I want the two of you to start walking backwards real fucking quick. Okay.
Like
you do
towards
that for
the
me?
kobolds?
Like yeah, you want
Get
to step
back
back
towards
and-
the kobolds.
I'm gonna take 10. I'm gonna walk back 10 feet.
Okay, that's an oddly specific thing that makes me, as a DM, uncomfortable. But okay.
I'll
Do you
step back
step
5
back
feet.
as well? Okay.
Yeah, I'll step back 5 feet. Alright,
So he's-
alright.
He's following you guys with his sword, keeping sure that you guys aren't gonna like book it all of a sudden.
Irvin, you want to run faster?
What?
Irvin, do you want to run faster?
Oh, Irvin, do you want to run faster?
I mean, generally.
I mean, I can make both of us have an additional 10 feet of movement speed for an hour. It'd use up both the spell slots, but it's an option.
You know what? Hang on. I'm gonna pull out my let's see what my experimental elixir does for today. Actually, haven't tried that yet. Go away. Roll a d6. Okay. This might give me movement speed. 3. Oh, hey. +1 to AC for an hour. Okay. So I have that in my back pocket.
Okay. So,
yeah,
so
let's
are
go
you
back.
guys running?
I'll look at no, actually I'll look at Irvin and or Finn. Fuck, that's me. Look at Finn and say, yeah, let's go back through the south gate.
Yeah, all right.
So,
are you coming with us, my friend?
He's kind of walking you guys back, and once you get to the fork, you can hear something behind you. Do you guys take a look?
Sure.
So, first things first, you don't see any burn marks on the ground from where you guys had your snake friend trapped.
Because the moss. Yeah.
You also don't see any oil left on the ground either. And as you turn back to see what the sound is, you see 2 more people. One of them is in like long white cloak, while the other one is in, what the hell is he wearing? Sorry. Long white cloak. The one that was attacking you was in the dark armor, and then another one is wearing a set of chainmail and has some sort of sigil around his neck. And the one that has the sigil kind of holds out his hand, and he says, "Now, stop. What the hell are these things? What are you two? You're not kobolds."
Elves.
We,
I don't know. I'm an elf. You don't look much like an elf.
Weird subtypes of elves, not super common.
He's gonna roll insight real quick on that very obvious lie. What's the insight modifier?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
Well, that's not great. Can you roll deception for me? And beat a 13?
Ah, fuck. Fuck, that's an 11.
So he almost believes you. He's almost like, oh, well, I guess I haven't seen all the elves around. But then he goes, wait a second. Yes, I have. You're not an elf. You're very clearly some sort of horrific monster creature. What the fuck are you?
Okay, hey, that's presumptuous. You don't
I
know
am
that.
part elf. I am not 100% lying.
Which part of you is an elf?
He's an amalgamation. He's an amalgamation. That's what he is.
I was born in a tube.
And you? What about you?
Oh, wow, you've actually never seen a Gith? Jesus, you people are uncultured. Okay.
A Gith? That's not even a race. That's just a mouth noise that you make.
Okay, so what are the races you know that exist? Humans?
Elves? Humans, elves, dwarves. You got kobolds, apparently. It's lots of things.
Super basic.
Whoa, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry that we don't have freakish creatures like you. What are you, from the Underdark or something? Jesus. Edgy?
Sure. No, I point up. I point up. I'm from beyond you, fucker.
Like a mountain?
No. What do you think's past the sky, diphead?
Sky?
Okay, so you know how
at night
you know how at night you see stars?
Yeah.
Those are all things.
Uh-huh. Well, no. They're holes poked in the sky by God.
No.
We know this. This is just it's just what happens. It's so our babies can sleep better at night.
Oh my god, I thought Eric
I
was
am
stupid.
staring
and now,
at Finn.
Holy shit, these people make Eric seem like Albert Einstein.
The one with the rapier like turns to you guys and goes, "I'm sorry, he's a cleric. It's just what happens. I'm real sorry."
So what you understand that there's like other things that exist.
Well, I mean, I guess we see the moons up in the sky, so I
Yeah. Imagine
kinda
that something
assumed-
lives up there. Hi.
The one in the white robes is gonna like push the cleric out of the way and say, "Now these people are just distracting us. Why are they not tied up? I told you to tie people."
Oh, we refuse to be
Someone
tied
give me
up.
some rope. Well, you're going to be.
No.
This is not a discussion.
No.
This
Why do you want to tie us up so bad? What weird kink are you into?
Oh, you don't want to know the things I could do with one of Ivard's black tentacles, but we're not going to get into that.
Oh,
So,
fascinating.
Oh, that spell's okay.
Look. We're going to tie you up, or we're going to kill you. Those are your two choices. Because we're kind of on a mission here, and we're tired of
For
having
who?
to wait for it to be
A
done.
mission for who?
Well, for our king, for God and country and all that sort of stuff.
Have you heard of a game called Heroes Horde? And I'm gonna hold out my Heroes Horde card.
He like looks at it and he says, "No, what? No, I haven't heard of what sounds stupid."
Well, you see, you have a rapier, and on this card I have a rapier as well. What say you and I have a little gentleman's duel to see if we get to walk free?
Are you talking to the one with the rapier?
Yes.
The one with the rapier like stands up straighter and goes, "A duel? Well, I accept any duel, of course." Meanwhile, the one in the robes just kind of pushes him to the side and goes, "What does he get if he wins? What do we get if we lose?
We'll let
what
you
the
tie us up
fuck
and
is
take
happening?"
you to your king if I lose. And if I win, we get to walk free.
If I win, if he wins, you guys fuck off and still take us to your king, but free.
What he said.
Okay, so
Because
use
I'm going to be honest, we have a lot of questions about this entire place
I'll
that we feel
use
like
this
you could
card,
answer if you weren't
and
giant
you get to
dickheads.
use your sword.
the guy in the white robes is like on the brink of just killing the two of you, like just outright, and then the guy with the sword goes, no, it's fine. So if we win, we tie you up or kill you, whatever we want to do with you, and then if you win, we take you to our king.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need
No
to have a
questions
conversation.
asked. We get whatever questions we have. We get accommodations, full room and board.
Full room and board. You know where the hell you are, man?
I am
No!
in a
Full
field
room-
of wheat. That is all I know.
There is not room and board for God, as long as we've landed here. This whole place is overrun with this shit.
Yes, and okay, all of that will be dealt with after this duel.
Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. I'll duel you. I'll duel
I
you, and
I pull out my experimental elixir and I put it in Finn's hand and I say, "Here, drink up, buddy."
Chug it down.
Wait. Your
It was
witch
water.
magic can't.
It was water.
It was water. I'm rather parched right now.
He's gonna roll insight not very well because he doesn't have a great wisdom. 10.
Fucking
Deception?
18 deception.
I
I guess
make
the last
flavored
drink.
waters. I make flavored waters. That's my thing.
He
Okay.
makes this thing called Gatorade. It's wonderful.
That's a really cool aid you got.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
What does it do for
Yeah.
me again?
You get a +1 AC.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Here's how I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go on the Roll20 map. I didn't really expect you guys to have a duel out here, but I'm gonna make just a little Just a little thing for you guys. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Polygon line.
Of course of course it's just that this is just a continent filled with fucking weird wheat, and these guys are just colonizers being like, oh, what the fuck is all this shit? Of course. Of course. God damn it, you couldn't just let us have our whimsy. No, you had to have imperialism. Fuck you.
Excuse me, with the amount of slaver races in D&D, I think it's a good thing we remind everybody that colonialism is bad.
It is.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
So,
No. Down there, I guess.
so we've got these little black lines on there now. This is basically the little area that you guys are in. I'm gonna put down the person that you're fighting
There we go.
in just a moment. As soon as I get him. There we go. Let me put him on your token layer. There we go. Can you see any HP or any
I cannot,
labels or
no.
anything on him?
Just ours.
Awesome. I did it perfectly then. So I'm gonna move him back a little bit just so that you've got a little more room to move if you need it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna say you're probably about 10 feet in front of him. So neither of you is within stabbing distance.
Michael,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand. It's invisible for me.
It's invisible for you. I forgot about that. I'm gonna put down the other
racial
two
traits.
I'm gonna put down the other two friends while we're at it.
Don't worry, Finn. I got you.
That's fine. I have a plan. I'm going to pull out my card. With this single thing, I'm going to defeat you. And I'm going to basically slap the card in my hand, and I'm going to pull out a whole-ass rapier of wounding.
He like laughs as you slap the card, and then he stares in disbelief as you pull out this whole ass sword. And he stares at you for a moment, and he goes,
Magic, my friend. Magic.
Magic is bullshit.
That magic's bullshit.
What, you're shocked you don't have all the answers? Fuck you.
Well, fuck you too!
Now anyway. On guard.
Okay, roll initiative.
22.
22? Jesus. Okay, where's that? Okay, and it's plus your dex, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's gonna be
Oh shit, I just looked at the wound stuff.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah, it's cool.
14.
Fuck this dude.
So he got a 14.
Okay.
So you're gonna go first, right? What'd you get?
22.
22? Yeah, you're gonna go first. Okay. And 14. Alright.
Alright.
So what are you gonna do?
First things first, bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
By the way, while you were being led here by the knight, the snake died. So it probably took about 10-15 minutes after you last saw him.
Cool. And then I'm going to charge at him and try to strike him with the Rapier of Wounding.
Roll to hit.
There we go. What am I? Plus 13.
No.
Okay.
You stab at him with your rapier, and he like dodges to the side, and it bounces off of his dark armor, and he's going to take a stab back at you real quick. Let me just make sure he doesn't have a weird thing that I didn't look at or something stupid like that. Not that I see. Not that I see. Not that I see. Okay, so he's gonna stab at you.
Okay.
Fuck you. Don't stab him.
He might stab him. And that's gonna be, well, that's an 8, so that doesn't hit you.
That was a miss.
It is a miss. Okay. he is going to... He's going to stab at you, and you dodge out of the way, and he's going to go back to ready, and it's your turn.
Stab again.
Old
14.
hit. 14 does not hit.
All right.
Once
Jesus.
again, you glance off of his armor, and he's going to try and stab at you with his rapier again.
Well met, good sir. Well met.
Well met, because that's a 23.
That's a hit.
So that is in fact a hit. That's gonna be 1d plus 2. Okay. So that's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Alrighty.
Hey, Michael.
And he's yeah.
As soon as he makes first contact with Irvin, I want the invisible hand to like pull on his beard. I want to try and fucking distract him for Finn's next stab. Pull his hair,
Okay.
pull his sword arm. I don't care.
Ooh. So you're gonna be able to do it because I mean you could just theoretically just grab him. Well, roll Dex, I suppose.
This isn't my intelligence modifier. I'm doing this with my brain. No. Okay. I tried. 11.
Okay.
Since I don't get to use my intelligence modifier, which is bullshit. Bullshit, man.
So I'll say that you're able to do something to him. I'm gonna say that your hands kind of grab at his hair, but it just doesn't make full grip. And he like turns and is ever so slightly distracted. I won't give him full advantage, but I'll say roll a d4 for me, Pepper. Or Jason, either
I'll
way
do it.
works.
Pepper, you can roll it. This was your idea.
2. So Stacey's down by 2.
Okay, so you're gonna have 2 extra to your to hit.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Okay, you land a jab right in between.
Oh, this
the
is gonna be
plates of
real
his,
dirty.
Armor. Apparently.
9. So he's going to start by taking 15 points of piercing damage.
15
Yep.
points. Okay.
And at the start of each of the wounded creature's turns, it takes 1d4 necrotic damage for each time I've wounded it. So he's going to start his turn by taking a d4 of necrotic damage.
All right. So roll that d4 for me if you would like.
He's going to take 2 points of necrotic damage
Then he gets to make a DC 15
Okay.
con save.
to end it or not. If not, it's just going to keep stacking every time I hit him.
Okay, let's roll that con then. What's his con? Okay, that's not awful. Oh, that's a D8. I need a 20.
No, you can roll the D8. That's fine.
Oh, no, it's fine. So that's gonna be 17.
Okay, so the effect ends for now.
Okay, so he's turned away because of the hair moosing basically, and as he turns, you're able to get a jab in just into his ribs, and he like jerks away and he grabs onto it. He's like, "What the fuck? I hate magic, you goddamn magic users!" And he's going to real quick. Let me just move my entire window around real quick. That's what I wanted to do. He's going to reach over and he's gonna try and grab onto you. He's gonna like try and grab onto your shoulder, basically. So that's what? Strength or dex?
It'd be a
Strength,
it'd be
usually.
an athletics check on his part, and then
Okay.
Jason gets to make either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
So that's gonna be athletics first,
I'll do
which
acrobatics.
is gonna be his That's a 15 athletics.
18 acrobatics.
So he tries to grab onto you, but he whiffs it a teensy bit, and you see like electricity kind of crackling in between his hands as he tries to grab onto you, and something went awry, and he makes a loud yell, and he like straightens a bit, and he's gonna take an extra action and try and attack you.
All right.
And that's gonna be woof. Plus what? So that's gonna be a 22 to hit you. So that hits.
Yep.
That's gonna be. That's gonna be 9 damage. 9 piercing damage to you.
All right. Ow.
So both of you at this point are bloodied.
Yep.
You're very bloodied, actually. I just took a look at you.
Yep.
In between turns, can I try and fuck with him again?
Sure.
Dex check.
Dex
Fuck
check.
you for making. Fuck! Damn it! That's a 9. God damn it.
I'll give you. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna give you anything. I was gonna be real nice, but I can't be too nice with you guys.
No.
So, it is now your turn, right, Finn?
Yep. That is a 24 to
Okay.
hit.
Okay.
And
That hits.
he's going to take 14 points of piercing damage, and he gets another wound. So, top of his turn, that is another
so
2
you-
necrotic damage.
So maybe it's his positioning, or maybe
it's Maybelline.
it's a slip of your. Maybe it's Maybelline, but your blade goes a little farther over to one side than you thought, and you just slice the side of his throat, and just blood starts pouring out of him as he grabs onto it and falls to the ground, unconscious. And his friends run over, and the one in the and the one not in robes just starts like putting his hands on the wound, and hands start to glow. And these two are sufficiently distracted if you want to book it or do whatever it is you guys were planning on doing.
Well,
No, we won the duel. Fuck that.
we won the duel, fair and square. I'm sorry about your friend. I did not mean to go that hard, so,
No, I think you did. I think it's a lesson in being a trio of arrogant pricks.
Yep. So I'm gonna
The,
I'm gonna flick off the blood off the rapier, and I'm just gonna sheath it, and I'm assuming it came with a sheath.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Sure, it came with a sheath. Why not?
So, time for us to see your king.
The one in robes turns and shouts out a word in an archonic language, and he shoots some fire at you.
Do I know
Jason.
what he said?
He's casting a spell.
Yeah.
It was the verbal component of a spell.
Oh.
So that's gonna be a ranged spell attack. Where's his spell modifier? There it is. Ooh, okay. So that is gonna be
All right.
not incredible. That's 12.
That is a miss.
So he shoots these 3 bolts of fire, and each of them misses you and goes into the wheat on either side of you, and the wheat all around you, Finn, just starts to bend down towards you.
Now that wasn't very sportsmanlike, now was it?
Can I do something, Michael?
You certainly can.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at the guy who's unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has to make a deck save, but he's unconscious, so you know.
Automatically fails.
So yeah, okay.
And then he's gonna start taking 2d4 acid damage every turn.
Oh,
And as basically I pop a vial and I chuck it in the air, a line of acid is going to like rocket towards this guy and start eating away at his armor. And I say, I can drop this whenever you want if you're ready to stop being a bunch of jagoffs.
I challenge you to a duel. I won fair and square.
Before they get a chance to respond, he's gonna, I guess, fail his first death saving throw.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oof.
And
okay.
I just look at him and I say, you got 6 seconds until it kicks in again.
Brutal, man.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what they do. So the one in robes is like doing his best, it seems, to try and fix up all of the problems that are coming about. He's trying to fix he casts a couple spells. He's I will say
someone can use their action to get the acid off.
Yeah.
Roll me Arcana, the two of you, real quick.
That's
12.
a 7.
Okay.
12.
And Pepper, what'd you get?
12.
12. The cleric is healing him. But he's going to take his actual action this turn to try and wipe away that acid.
And I just pop another vial and make it seem like I'm going to do it again.
The wizard takes his cloak and basically puts it around his mouth and attaches it to something inside of his cloak, and he just books it into the wheat. And the cleric looks up at the two of you, and he's looking. Roll me insight, actually. See if you can tell how he's looking.
11.
13.
He's emotional. You could say that. He's emotional. And he is going to, if I can really quick look up this spell. There we go. So he is going to point his hand at Pepper, I would say.
Yeah.
And he's going to do a ranged spell attack against you.
Okay.
Which is going to be... Okay.
Beat an 18.
Okay. He might.
He might.
17.
Nope.
Fuck. So the cleric points his hand at you, and this black beam of energy just kind of shoots past you into the wheat. And he's gonna start just trying to like drag his friend into the wheat.
I hold the vial that is gonna have the spell in it, and I say, "Don't move."
And I'm going to put the rapier up to his throat.
Now.
Strange change of pace now, isn't it?
Tie him up? I think tie him up was what I kept hearing earlier.
Yeah, tie him up.
I think tie him up.
Well,
we challenge you.
I start grabbing rope.
We
I start
won.
grabbing rope and I start tying him up unless he resists.
He's gonna resist, but he.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke him with the rapier.
Yeah.
Good. You he okay. You know what? Roll me strength. Against
okay.
his strength.
Yeah, so I was gonna
see-
say,
yeah.
as I was like doing it, I was gonna like have one half, like my hand go around one half, and then the mage hand's gonna grab the other half and pull. So like I'm like using 3 hands to pull this rope around him.
Okay. Roll your strength. With advantage, I'll say.
Okay, that is a natural 20.
Okay. You guys tie up this person, and he looks up at you with disdain as he looks over at his friend on the ground, who has now stopped breathing. And he looks back up at the two of you and he says, "Okay, what do you want to know?"
I go back over to the dude. Is he like dead, or is he?
He's dead.
Cool.
All right.
I look back. I look back at the cleric and I say, "Now you understand that was your fault, right?"
I understand that you killed my friend. I understand that. That's what I understand.
And then you proceeded to attack. After...
You didn't honor a duel.
So you could look at it that way.
I am going to look at it that way. Now tell me, sword out his throat, what do you want with the kobolds, my friend? And I'm just gonna, like, gently use the tip of the blade to lift up his head.
You know, roll me intimidation.
I'm good at that. That's a 9.
So you just want me to lay out my entire master plan about what we are gonna do with the kobolds?
I pop the vial and I like hold it. I pop the vial and I hold it over his head.
Honestly?
Roll me intimidation, Pepper.
Also not very good at this. That is a 13.
Okay.
You could dissolve right here.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you my plan for the kobolds. And then I'll go free.
Well, you're gonna tell us what your wizard friend is doing right now as he ducked into the woods, probably waiting to ambush us.
Oh, what? He's
waiting to ambush us.
Well, he's getting ready for the siege.
The siege?
Yep.
Interesting.
What are we sieging exactly?
Well, we've been trying to take out this little kobold lair, and
yeah, they're just trying to exist.
Some bad luck.
They're just trying to exist. That's all they want.
That's not my problem.
I mean, I'm sure it's the problem of someone way more important than you. I get that, but like they're just trying to live. So.
Well, if you want to keep them alive, I'd hurry back there and tell them to leave, because we aren't gonna leave anybody alive by the time he's done with them.
Well,
I look back at his dead friend. We might not either.
You're a healer, right?
I am.
What do you say that maybe you do a little bit of healing on me, and I'll let you run free? Or I could take you back to the kobolds and they could eat you alive.
You know, they might enjoy something that's not wheat.
Yeah?
Fine. I'll use my last damn spell slot on you. Fine, whatever.
Thank you.
And I'm going to be standing right behind him. And I also happen to know what healing magic looks like and what it doesn't look like. So if you're not doing that, you get acid in your eyes.
Or a rapier through the throat, whichever you prefer. Really,
I think it's whichever one of us does their thing first.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. You're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I get
Okay. Honestly, we're rarely in this position, so it's
weird to be. I like it. I like being in a position of power.
I understand why you guys were being such dickheads now. I get it.
Yeah. Honestly.
So
power feels good. Man, is this what it's like?
He gives you 10 points of healing. His whole lay on hands pool. And he says, "Fine. Can I go now?"
What do you think, Irvin?
You gotta take your friend back as proof?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my friend back.
Okay.
Yeah,
hey, so when we got here, we thought that, like, the forest of wheat was, like, all there was to this entire place. Expand our worldview a little bit.
Not a fucking encyclopedia.
No. I don't need what your third king's sex history was. I just need to know, like, what's beyond
that would
this.
be interesting. If you got any fun stories to tell fun stories.
So, the wheat, it's everywhere. This whole continent is just lousy with wheat. There's nothing else that grows here. It's just the wheat.
Correct.
Right.
But
and we thought this continent was all there was.
Well, we didn't really know that this continent existed until
Right.
a few years ago. But we go across the ocean. I mean, it's normal, you know.
Yeah,
Blue
exploring.
skies,
I get it.
Pink trees. It's everything. Yeah.
I'm sorry, pink
But
trees?
just blue skies, pink. I mean, come on.
Okay.
All right.
Our trees aren't pink, but go on.
Yeah.
Whatever, you weirdos. So yeah, there's castles and dragons or whatever, all over there, and this place for some reason just got wheat. That's all it's
And you
got.
have no one has any idea why.
I don't know. I don't speak.
I mean, yeah,
Kobold.
no, I figured it's above your pay grade. I'm just
Yeah.
okay.
All we know is don't breathe in the wheat
Yeah,
and don't stay in the wheat for too long.
like
all we
your
got.
wizard friend.
Well, my wizard friend can take care of himself.
Is he gonna try fire? Because that goes really well.
I don't know what my wizard friend is gonna do. He's crazy.
You don't
He
think
can
he's
do
gonna
anything.
come after? You don't think he's gonna come after us?
He's a loose cannon. He's
You don't think he's gonna come after us?
oh, he's gonna come after. Oh, he's definitely gonna come after you guys.
Cool. I will.
Well, you know what kind of
I'll
position
enjoy
that
the
puts
fight.
you in.
So I'm free to go. Or you gonna kill me?
What do you think, Irvin?
Yeah, well, we did kill his friend, and I
We
Honestly, I do
we did
feel
say
a
that
little
if he
bit
healed
bad
us,
about
I'd
that.
I'd let him go.
I
did
do.
say that.
I want you to know. I do feel a little bit bad about that.
I do. I did not.
Oh,
I did
thank
not
you.
intend to kill
I know
your
you
friend.
don't care. I know you don't care. But we were going to just do the legit duel, and that was gonna be it.
Sure.
You guys
yeah.
fucked around.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cut him free.
All right. And I
Wait,
just,
wait, hang on. Does he have a weapon?
I mean, yeah, he's got a weapon.
give me it.
Yeah, like, is it like a mace, a sword?
Good question.
Or is it two-handed or one-handed? I guess is the real question.
The weapons he has. Oh, he's got a light hammer, he's got a great sword, and he's got a maul.
Give
I'm
me
gonna
all
take
of them.
all
great
of those
sword are
off of
two-handed.
him. Yeah,
All
I'm gonna
of
take
them?
all those. Those
Give
are
me
all
all of them.
coming off of him, and they're going on the ground next to us. All right, now.
Also, wait, hold on. Healing potions.
No, who
He
carries
he-
around potions?
All right.
He could do it with his hands, like Eric can.
All right. Oh, you're one of them. Get the fuck out of our face.
We cut him free.
So you cut him free, and he takes the side of his cape and he unclips it from his armor, and he puts it around his face and clips it onto basically just this little thing he's wearing on the side of his head, and he starts just dragging the body into the wheat, and the wheat shakes and shimmies and goes back into its formation. And you can hear that bird call again, coming from the direction that he just came from, or just left to.
Hey, you want to make that bird call in a complete opposite direction of where
Oh yeah,
he's
sure.
supposed to go?
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go down to where we met them, and then a little further that way, and I'm gonna make it 3 times as loud over there.
You make the bird call, probably messing up all of their plans, I'm sure. And you guys are going back to the Kobold lair,
Yep.
or the Dragonborn lair. I'm sorry,
Yes, the Dragonborn lair.
I don't want to be racist.
Well, on our way back, should we tell headquarters? This got real complicated real quick.
Yeah. Hey, Greg.
yeah.
Okay. So first things first. Not Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
They're 3.5 feet tall. Pretty sure they're kobolds.
But the messages we got, they were all in Draconic.
Kobolds speak Draconic, buddy.
But But they called themselves Dragonborn.
Look,
Well, that's because they never met another thing.
Yeah.
By the way, there's other things.
yeah. So it turns
I'm
out
on this
there's,
call
like,
too.
elves
I'm on
and
this call too,
humans.
Greg.
Yeah, this is a
A conference call.
conference call. Thank you. That's the word I'm thinking of.
Should I like bring Eric in on this so we can get involved?
No,
Just-
no, absolutely not.
No. Honestly, it's
He's
fine.
here. He was just checking. He was
we're
just
good.
checking on you guys.
We're good.
We're good.
Attic, prepare like a
there's-
plate of cookies or something for us for when we return.
So we thought that the wheat was all there was. It's not. It's just a continent, and the other continent found this continent and wants to colonize it.
Huh.
Like, in a violent,
So-
like,
Yeah, the
murder
giants
all the
are
kobolds
bigger
kind of
than-
way.
The giants.
I
are
thought it
our
was one of
size.
those really peaceful colonizations. I was so wrong. Yeah.
Point taken. Point taken, Greg.
Yeah. So did you kill the giants?
We got one of
We
them.
killed one of them,
That's good. That's good.
but
How
there's
many
gonna
are
be
there?
there's gonna well, so giants to them are regular-sized people to us.
Correct.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Yes, it is. It's quite humorous. Whoever came up with that has a great eye for comedy.
Just hysterical.
Hysterical, great improv work there.
I'm
Um,
breaking my sides over here laughing about it.
Yep.
Eric's having a great.
Um,
Eric's fallen on the ground. He's peed his pants.
He actually would be like a legit giant to these people.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. So the humans or the kingdoms or whatever are gonna try and like mow this place down, like just slaughter. Are we getting
Okay.
involved in that?
Well,
Because like that's a bit like they're gonna bring like an army. They're gonna do a siege. They said the word siege. That's a bit above our pay grade.
I will contact Ulysses. We're on first name basis. Just
That's so
to
cool.
let
Good for
know.
you.
Congratulations, Greg.
Yeah, moving up after the arson. So,
Oh man. Well, hang on. Don't
we're,
stop being our person. Don't move up too fast.
I'll contact Ulysses. Meanwhile, you guys just do your thing. You know, do your thing.
Got it. Let's kill a bunch of people.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
I think you have. Do you guys have? Just real quick, do you have a license to kill for this mission?
Do we not have that for every mission? I
We
thought
were
had
told
that for
to
every
kill.
mission.
We were told to kill the giants. So
Yeah.
like.
These
Okay.
guys are technically the giants.
Okay, you go ahead and kill the giants. I'll
That are
I'll
just regular
check in
people.
on your license to kill.
All right.
They're just regular people. They're not giants.
And as he clicks off,
Holy shit, Irvin. We're gonna have to do a lot of paperwork when we get back.
and on that note, we are gonna end it there for this session.
Michael, you
We're-
fuck. That's so good. This is so good.
Yeah,
I
this
love
one's
this.
fun.
This one's really
Um,
good. Also, we murdered a guy. We
You did murder a
murdered a guy. Like,
So,
holy shit.
Yeah.
the
Rape
map
your wounding's
that
pretty
was-
good.
The map that is here today was made with assets from 2 Minute Tabletop once again.
Yes, thank you,
just
2
wanted to
Minute
give them a
Tabletop, as
shout out.
always.
And you will be seeing more of that map next episode when everything happens. It sounds like.
We're gonna
Bye.
stop a siege. We're gonna stop a
Bye.
siege.
Bye.
I'm killing that wizard. Bye, kids.